Hi guys, happy Saturday. And I got done. So I really put since Thursday, I just put my nose to the grindstone as they say, or to the paper, and we got her done. This is the final one. Yay! We did a lot of 6x8 since May, June, July, August, September. So until Christmas, this is my last one. And I have to tell you, this was fun. I did use that blue, like I mentioned, ribbon. And I have to tell you though, if you do have your leftovers from little dreamers, and this one, these are 49 a market. I did have to go into my scraps. Hello, Monica. As you know, I make two, so I have to make two. And I did show you in the kind of like the prep. Hello. I did have these left from the other one I made for Little Dreamers, but I'm going to tell you, it was rough. I got really creative, but really excited. And did you guys also? I hope that Julie pops on. Did you see her little video making the pokey tools? How cute she is. She's just a cutie. She was one of the ladies at the retreat. Anyway, if you're in scrapbookers, you'll know what I mean. She did a video on making her pokey tools, and they're very, very cute. Her and Janice and Tiffany makes them. I can't remember. Was this Janice? This may be, but this is the pokey tool. You'll see us use a lot. I've got a couple more. I just I just love them. I love collecting them. Oh, you did, Monica. Isn't she cute? She's so cute. Okay, but back to this. This is little celebrations. Like I said, I had to get really. Oh, that was yours, Tiffany? Well, I love it. It's so pretty, you guys. Look, I have one from Tiffany, one from Janice, and one from Julie. And they're so fun. Got a couple more. But I had to get creative. And I'll do the same in the video because we're going to make our own frames. You know what? I really miss not having the frames. I was surprised. So we make our own, and I'm going to show you how we did it. But this is our album, and I left just the inside covers. You can put photos because there was nothing left. There's a few embellishments, you guys, but there's nothing left unless you want some rub-ons. I even used I'll show you how I use it's not washi tape in this, it's sticky, it's the cloth. But this was one of the frames we're going to make because there was no more frames. So you'll notice it's made out of the paper, really easy. And so we're going to be doing some of our own stuff with this. Let me tell you. Slide a picture in, but you got to have the frames. I really do like the frames. And our back side is that beautiful graphic. And actually, I believe that I can't remember. I'll have to go back. I won't tell you guys where it came from right now, but packaging. We're going to use a lot of packaging. This is the cloth tape I used to make because there was no paper left. And so and I'll tell you again when we start the video next week, you might want to pick up, or you may have some different paper left over compared to me, but I had none. So in our pocket, we're going to have our pull-out mat. Again, I did go over that walkthrough about you'll want some 65-pound cardstock because this hasn't been put together like a kit. Oh, I do have the paper though to do. I just forgot to go back and do that. I need to do that. So I'll have that done here soon, but I have to get another set of stuff so we can make it again. Now this is a frame we're going to cut out of the packaging. It was in the packaging, and that's when I got the idea, let's make our own frames. So you'll see some spots. Of course, this one came with little celebrations comes with floral in your, what are they called? They're the laser cuts. There we go. Out of the laser cuts. Now in here, you're going to notice I had no paper left. So this was one of the frames I made. And then there's no paper here. So this is going to be a journal spot. I have none left but the scraps. And we turned this into a pocket. Now, the other one I did take out. I just didn't have enough paper to do the second one. But that's okay, because when you count, you've got like front and back over 20 some pages. And most tutorials with these I've found, they only do about 10 of these sheets or 5, and they take the rest out anyway. And like some will charge you extra for part 2 of the kit. So trust me, you've got lots of room. And then this was cut off of our rub-ons. They were really cute. So I just cut them apart. I think I'll go back and cut, the corners with my chomper thing. And then I just put them inside there. We'll create a pocket with this one. It says happiness is. And this was from our packaging, the frame. And then these are the laser cuts and all the different words. So little celebrations, I think it was kind of meant for like a 1-year birthday, but it has the words anniversary and congratulations and different cute things. So do any of you remember G45 when they did Baby to Bride? Because when my son had gotten married years ago, one of his first marriage, I did a Baby to Bride album for the bride's mother. And this kind of reminds me like that you could do it. Like I could put all of Lexi or Aaron's kind of younger baby pictures, their first birthday and thing, and then have the bridal, because you've got these celebrations. You got some words that really don't go, I didn't think, with the first birthday. But that's one of the frames we made. You'll just pull it out and put a photo in. And then I did an accordion, and I do want to put, it's 6 by something. We'll put, I need to measure it. And then we can put, you can put cards in there, but I'm just going to put 2 tags in there. And then I'll do a tab pull so you can pull it out. So that will be on that page. So you will want some white, preferably artisan cardstock is what I used on the things we build like this. And then the 65-pound white for your matting. Then we have happy birthday. And this will be one of those frames that we make. And what's fun is you can make the frames any size you want once we make them. I'll show you. Super easy, super fun. And I did use, I used a magnet on this because it wasn't staying down. So if you have some magnets in your stash, you might want to grab those. And this is our plastic sleeve. So see, there's the word anniversary. Again, that's why I kind of was thinking, well, it doesn't seem quite first year baby, but this would be a lot of pictures for baby's first year, let me tell you. So here we have just our spots that are going to open, and you can put a lot of little photos in there. And you could have them on the outside too. And then I put picture perfect there. And I decided to use a paper clip to hold this down because it was so thick. Magnets weren't doing it. Hi, Diane. How are you? Now, if you have some of the one perfect day, I think it was called, for the wedding, then you could use it too. And then I have this left over from the baby little dreamer. So I did use that. That was what we used for a tie closure on the little dreamer baby album. And these again are packaging. That was from the rub-on packaging. And I just cut them into tags because I thought they were pretty cute. And here we have a little pocket. So again, I have anniversary here. So maybe, I'll put some anniversary pictures in here, because you could do a family member's anniversary in here also. And here's special moment. This is this is the page that has a pocket. So I've got special moments, and it can sit up And you can actually put a photo there if you want. But it is also where our pocket goes on this insert. Whoops, we got stuck here. So you can put some loose photos inside. Or you can just set it up and display it on your table if you like. So again, I made this frame and I kind of off-centered it, left everything open for a photo. So I really liked making the frame too, because you can make them any size to fit any space that you want. And here we have our 6x8. I really like the 6x8, but I make them longer. Again, the tags were made out of the packaging. Oh, thank you, Monica. And then I just did birthday and a pocket. And then, of course, you can put a photo. I just punched my pull tabs. They're stronger when using the 49 market paper. So I just punched a bunch with my scraps and the florals and the balloons and then the back side. This again for the matting was packaging. So we're going to use we use all the packaging. You're not going to have anything left between the two collections when we're done. I mean, you'll have some left, but not really anything that you're going to be able to make anything with, but that's okay. Because when you think about it, we made 2 huge 6x8 albums. And I didn't want to check the pages here. Okay, there's 14 pages. So front and back is 14 pages, 28 pages considering, because you can utilize the front and the back. And I have, I've done some virtual retreats myself, and they'll do like the first 5 and they count that as 10 pages. And then you buy a second kit for the rest, or they'll do half 7. But we're doing them all, except, like I said, I did, for those of you getting ready, I took out this. And I guess you could leave it and just use your scraps and put strips if you want. But I did take it out because it was like, there's nothing to put here. And this is going to be made out of packaging, another one of our packaging frames that we're going to create ourselves. So that's going to be kind of fun to learn how to make your own. Especially if you want to use them in mini album projects. And then this one actually, there are 15 pages, but this one I created by cutting this apart. So this was part of this page, and I took one page and made it into, 2 pages, and I cut it and made it into one. Okay. And then I think, oh, you know what? Let me show you. It's actually, there was a shorter page here. What did I do? Well, we'll go back after I do it all, because there is a page that's only half size. Maybe I cut it. Oh, goodness, I better remember. No, I did. I cut it because we put part of it here, and then this is the rest of it. Okay, we're good. We're good. That's right. I decided not to make the short page and just cut it. This is backed on with packaging. Then we have a photo spot. Lots of rub-ons. All of this that you're seeing is rub-ons, and then I did put the floral on top, and a lot of these dots are so cute. I just love them, that they have polka dots on them. So I did use some twine out of my stash, and that was something I figured everybody had. I took the 6x6 and we'll cut it so it keeps it as a spread, and then it's got lines on it, so I just left it just in case you want to use it to write a note on. You could still put your photos there, but it was so beautiful, that one. I just wanted to, and it's the most colorful, so I didn't want to put a bunch of frames and stuff on it. Then we're going to create this little guy. This is Make-A-Wish. And it's going to open all the way out for you. So I did use a seam binding closure. It's just too thick for magnets. And if you have some seam binding, and you know, most of this was just, I have a bag of scraps, like what I use for kits, and then I have odds and ends, and I just throw it in that bag. If it's the really pretty ribbons, if it's usually just twine, I pop it, but in the garbage. But like this was the pieces left from the other one. I'm not going to throw that out. It's too pretty. So I incorporated it to this album. Then we'll end with our 3 4x4s. And that's going to be the end of our album. Like I said, if you want to pop that in there and just have it be creative, but this is going to be started on Monday. I'm at the store on Mondays now, so I'll do it in the evening. We'll get started. And that's my plan anyway. And then we'll work on it Tuesday and Thursday and Friday. And then we should have it done next week. We'll see. We'll see. So for those of you waiting for me to do this, it's done. I have to turn it this way. The pages are just too heavy. They won't turn. And nice and chunky. 14 pages. Nice and full. That's, I just, yeah, on 49 and Market's albums, I always put a closure. They're just made a little bit different. So I want to show you. So for those of you, if you want to go back, I'm not sure. We've got quite a bit of it left, but this was the little miracles, and we used See the Brown. And this one, they're all on my YouTube. So we've got little miracles, and then we took what was left here. Oh, you know what? It's so pretty. It would go with it. Just, it's so pretty. Yeah, this one, I really wish they'd come out with some more colors, like a wine color and some really, you know, maybe jewel tones. That would be so pretty. That blue is gorgeous. So now we'll have our little miracle and happy. I put happy celebrations, past, present, and future on the front because I thought that just really fits. But you're going to have some of the wording left over, and that way you can definitely choose what it is you want to use. Yes, a wine would be gorgeous, and also I would like it. They have a green, but I mean an emerald green. We need an emerald green. That would be just so pretty. And then a deep Christmas red. Oh, that would be gorgeous. Okay, guys, it's done. I was so excited I had to hop on and show you, and it's been raining all day. So now I want to go to bed early because, I mean, it's pouring. It's pouring outside. We'll see you next week, and we will get started. Get your supplies out. Be sure to watch the video I did earlier this week, going through what I was using, but get all your scraps together if you have anything else, because I did have these, like I mentioned, but I didn't, because they were from my very first one. I have to make two. I make one to see how it's going to turn out, and then I'll make two. So this was the second baby, and I didn't use that because you guys wouldn't have had it. So, but do get all your scraps, grab everything possible that you have left over. And you might, if you're going to put in an order, you might want to pop in another 6x8 paper pad or maybe another collection kit, because you'll be glad you did. Then you're not going to have to be, but you know what? It was fun using the packaging. So if you just got here, be sure to watch. But I'm going to show you how I did all that, making the frames. We're going to make our own stuff so that we're going to make it with what we got. Okay, guys, have a great rest of your weekend and stay warm if you're in the cold. I know it dropped down to 47 today from 82. It was so cold. But we'll see you Monday evening. Bye-bye.